Well, our mission has been established by our founder, by Dr. Jesse Royer-Greaves, and we try to fulfill a role that no one else can fulfill for the individuals. You know, we want to give them a quality of life and learning and experiences that they wouldn't otherwise have opportunities for anywhere else. When Jessie first was interested in this kind of work, she went to Overbrook School for Blind in 1920. And in 1921 is when she first founded her school, and she began with her mother and one student at her home, which was it was in Stroudsburg. And what got her interested was, with her experiences at Overbrook, there were children that their families would come, but they weren't being enrolled in the school. And when she found out the reason for that, she felt that she had found something, that there was a need that needed to be filled, and that was that the children that weren't being enrolled at Overbrook were blind, but they were also had other disabilities, you know, intellectual disabilities, all kinds of things. And she just felt like if you were blind and you had another disability, you still not only had the right to an education, but she really believed in the ability of everyone to learn and grow and develop. And that's what got her started with Royer-Greaves.
She was a very dynamic type of person. She was very witty, great sense of humor. Like I said, she had sparkling blue eyes that twinkled, and she was just a very pleasant, plain type of person, easy to talk to, and just an all-around nice person, great personality.
Well, we have a rather unique relationship. The Lions Club started in 1941, and Royer-Greaves moved to the Paoli facility, which is this beautiful building, in 1941. I don't know, because I wasn't around then, if we had this relationship at that time. I think it developed over the years, but I've been a Lion for over 20 years now, and I know that during that period, Royer-Greaves has been one of our primary recipients of funds that we raised during the year. Obviously, our relationship is special because we have two members of our Lions Club who are also on the board of directors here, myself and one other gentleman. And it just is, when you're looking at who do we serve and the clientele we serve, it just seemed like what happened at Royer-Greaves fit right into that. So it was kind of a no-brainer that we would want to get involved with them on a very close relationship over a period of time.
The manor house was the estate home. In the beginning, when Jessie came here, she lived here. The teachers all lived here, and the students lived here. The girls were on the second floor, and the boys were on the third floor. And I always like to tell teachers who, you know, want to know about working and, you know, when summer vacation is, if they had been working with Jessie in her time, they would have gotten every other Sunday afternoon off, and that would have been it. The Perry building is one of the original properties here at Royer-Greaves, and it was the carriage house. And at that time, when Jessie came here, when she bought this property, it was 1941. And at that time, the carriage house had carriages and horses in it, and the caretaker lived upstairs above the building. And that building is one of our buildings that has gone through the most renovations and changes over time. Now, our music therapy class is in that building, as well as our 3 adult classes for our ATF program.
Well, we do groups every day for our education students and our adult students, and everyone gets music every single day of the week. And our education program, each student gets an individual session as well. So it's non-stop music here. Twice a year we do 2 shows, annual performances. We do a winter program and our Visitors Day spring program, and the clients go on stage and they are at their best. They love to be on stage, and I'm positive it's the applause of the audience that really gets them moving and into it.
My name is Ron Curry, and I am a music therapist assistant. A long time ago, I was a student here at Royer-Greaves from 1955 until 1968, at which time I had graduated.
Oh, Ron Curry is awesome. He's amazing, and this school would not be the same without him. He's been here forever, so he's part of the woodwork, and he is just a fine, fine pianist. There is nothing that we can really stump him with. Even a modern song, I just heard it on the radio driving into work. I play it for him, and we're doing it by group a half hour later. So he's absolutely amazing. This is his home. This is where he is, and everyone knows him. Everyone sees Ron coming, and you know that good times are on the way.
Thank you.
The Peyton Hall is our education building. We have classrooms there. We have our nurses have their main office there, and our dining services are there. That building was built after Jesse had the property, and it was built and supported by Lions International. They've been a wonderful supporter, and if it weren't for those helping hands from the Lions, I don't think that building would have ever been built.
Our clients have usually blindness first, and then are visually handicapped and impaired in some way. And our adaptive classrooms try to give our special education students the same opportunities and experiences that a regular education classroom would provide, although it has to be modified and adapted. So there are different ways to accomplish that. We use books as a sensory stimulation for them. For example, if you're reading Baba Black Sheep, Have You Any Wool? On the wooden page, on the page of the book, you would be able to feel what wool feels like. So that's one sort of adaptation that we do. The purpose of the sensory room is to de-escalate any agitation that our clients have. It also just gives them a time to rest. Say they've been working hard for an hour in their classroom, and you can tell that they're just losing energy, they're losing focus. So the sensory room is a happy place. It's a place to calm down. There are quiet lights in there. There might be some gentle music playing, and just a time for them to sit in a swing, lay on a beanbag, to just kind of get themselves back together.
We have such a close relationship with Royer-Greaves, and Royer-Greaves so adequately fulfills our mission, which is serving those who are less fortunate in our community. And certainly the residents of Royer-Greaves would fit into that capacity. I think there are tremendous challenges not only to the residents face, but Royer-Greaves faces, because we're in a changing environment now. And so Royer-Greaves needs all the support they can get. Certainly we've been a foundation of that support, and we don't have any thoughts of changing that. I think I can guarantee at least next year when I'll be president, there's going to be no change in that. But I think it's a long-term commitment. Since we've been kind of involved since 1941 or thereabouts, it's just going to continue.